This episode of the 7th Valkyrie podcast has been brought to you by me, Meridia, and the entire contingent of the entire honorable... It's been brought to you by me and the fucking Light Corps. God damn it, fucking... Where are you writing these crazy fucking lines? If you want to get more, listen to the adventure, see the artwork, behind-the-scenes content, director's commentary, all that extra bullshit. Colin's frowning at me, telling me that it's not bullshit. Whatever. If you want to get all that rest of the good stuff, then... Yeah, good stuff works? Alright, whatever. Then you can download the 7th Valkyrie app. The link in the description. Hello everyone. This is Colin, back with another episode of 7th. I don't know, I'm so quiet right now. I felt like I was, I get my room all like quiet and hushed, and I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. And then it's just like, oh wait, do I need to be, it's like, am I still quiet? Am I still quiet? Do I need to, or am I, should I come in hot, like with some, like you strong, early 2010s YouTuber energy? Anyway. This episode is about none of that. This episode is about Wanderlust. I think I called it Wanderlust to Wonders Lost. And the impetus behind this is the fact that we have, as humans right now, a lot of choices nowadays. Like, we have a lot of options just in life. And something I might, it's an amount of options that we are not evolutionary designed to be able to deal with. It's just a lot, it's just a lot of questions to be asked throughout the day. It's a lot of decisions to be made. Like, that's why people talk about, decision exhaustion. Like, we can learn to do this, and, and people very clearly do, but it's like, man, we're living in a world that's that's changing incredibly quickly, like one that demands our attention, where everyone's telling us to try this, try that, do that, believe this, follow this, donate to that, like sell. And it's like, there's a lot of aspects about that. And the busyness of the world nowadays is something that I actually dive into a little bit, or will dive into in 7th Valkyrie, at least that kind of issue. But bringing it all the way back to Wanderlust, I've actually seen, that fact that we have so many choices. Like, we live in a world where, with the right, career and the right, education, you can live wherever you want, doing just about whatever you want. Like, with a level of connection and information and ability that was, is like would have been impossible to think about even 20 years ago. And on one, first of all, that is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm not a person who's like, we need less choices. Like, I love having, all the options in the world. It terrifies me and makes my brain go, but, that's not what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today is Wanderlust, because in Costa Rica, especially Guanacaste, there is you get a lot of people coming through who have Wanderlust. You get people who, like, I'm convinced that this is one of the most amazing places to live in the world, and you find pretty much everybody who has come here, has passed through here, like, agreeing. It's not the busiest town, so for a lot of people who need, like, a little bit more stimulation, they kind of move on to other locations. But in terms of, like, places to just live, oh man, I would put it up against anywhere else on the planet. And that's why we have such a transient population of nomadic travelers, expats, remote workers, and they range from people like myself, who arrived here and was like, fuck yeah, home base, done, like, and settled, to, like, these kind of forever travelers, these forever nomads. And it's interesting because, on the other hand, here you also have people in Costa Rica who have, like, who are born and raised here and have never gone further than, like, driving to San Jose. Like, there are people who have spent their entire lives within biking or horseback riding distance of the house where they were born. So it's an interesting blend of people. You have like these forever travelers who are like, have been everywhere in the world and want to go even more places, and these people who are just like, yeah, I'm utterly content right here. And it's kind of this very strange intersection. And the weirdest part is I don't think I could actually call each one of them happier, because they both kind of run into their own challenges. Like, even the people who are traveling everywhere and are doing everything, like, I noticed, like, there's a flip side to that lifestyle. Like, I have always had a strong wanderlust, simply because of FOMO. Like, I don't want to like pass from this world without having explored as much of it as I can. Specifically, I also have, I would call it like a FOMOOF, which is a fear of missing out on food. But I don't know. I think we're all called to adventure, and we're all called to curiosity, to explore the world around us, and I think that's a healthy thing. I think that staying in one place your entire life, takes a lot of gratitude and structure, but I think that there is something to be said for curiosity and the willingness to travel, and that hunger to know something more. The studies show that like your brain is stimulated when you fill it with a variety of different experiences, and time actually seems to like expand, and like your life, literally your memories seem more full when you're throwing in variety to the everyday, as opposed to if you're doing the same thing over and over again, where it can all just kind of blend together. So I definitely think there's a reason to seek out new experiences, but at the same time, I've also seen people who like just can't stop running, and it's like it seems less like they're searching for another adventure and more like they're just running from staying in one place. I've had friends here, people, some of these forever nomads who have, the idea of staying in one place, like laying down roots, it's terrifying to them. Like, so even though like, they will say like, oh, I want some consistency, I want some community, like I want to build strong connections. Like, it's a lonely road, the life of the wanderer, compared to building a home, like one where you can leave a mark and a legacy and build a family, whether that's emotional or biological. And you can't do that when you're running. Or at least they haven't figured it out quite yet. I know there's like, oh, we're travel families, but even so, I don't know. Like, time will tell. But I think it's very easy to, rather than being like, I'm a global citizen, to feel like there's nowhere you truly belong. And for me, knowing that I have a place I belong really matters to me. I don't know. It's still very early in my life, and I've had period of wanderlust and global trekking, but also periods of like building a home. I'd call the past 4 years like a grand adventure, but that have turned into home building. I focused every drop into building a place that I could call my own. And whether that's trapping me in the comforts of home or whether that gives me a safe structure to explore, you guys can decide. But I don't know. It's no lie that I love adventure. That's a tongue twister. I wouldn't be writing 7th Valkyrie otherwise, but like season 0, as Bram said, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but like in all that big world, no matter the adventures, no matter all that you could see, no matter all you can do, like sometimes all you can ask for at the end of it is a place to call home and to have a family. Again, whether that's, biological or chosen. I don't know. It's an interesting, I didn't come here with an answer to this podcast. I came to merely pose an interesting question. And I hope that wherever your travels take you, and maybe I can start sharing some stories of my own travels, just adventures I've gone on, different aspects of the world that I've seen. I'm hoping for you that they are full of trials to help you get to know yourself, and I hope that at the end of it all, you have a cozy place to return to bury your bone and lay down and just enjoy a good night's sleep. So anyway, that's my thoughts for today. Enjoy your weekend. Love you guys. Take care. And more 7th Valkyrie coming soon. Thank you for listening to this podcast, brought to you by me, Meridia Barrow's daughter, and the entire fucking Light Corps. And no, I will not read whatever namby-pamby description you had of the Honourable Bench and Light Corps. That's the fucking Light Corps. People know who we are. So you, if you'd like to get the extra shit, well, I guess it's not even the extra shit, it's the whole series, and the bonus content, and the bonus features, behind the scenes stuff, and extra artwork, you can find it at the 7th Valkyrie app at the link in the description. Is that good enough for you? Fucking hell, let me get back to training.